One of the great things about the United States is that you still have some rights of freedom of speech and some rights to protest and affect laws. And one of the laws that I want to create in Pennsylvania and similar laws around the United States is Stevens Law. And that name could be for anybody who has been killed by a hit-and-run driver, and even for the people who are injured by hit-and-run drivers, because over 1,000 people a year are killed in hit-and-run accidents, and they're left to die. And a hit-and-run might just be putting a ding in someone else's car, but almost 1,000 times a year it refers to hitting a pedestrian with a vehicle and leaving them to die. And these lives of these people are terminated. Their loved ones, their relatives, their parents, their sisters and their brothers, they all grieve. And what has changed? Nothing has changed, because right now passengers and vehicles are not required to do anything. They could sit there and even laugh. It doesn't matter. They're not required to do anything, and I want to change this. I have asked my representatives to do this, and apparently they don't think it can be done constitutionally. I don't care, because people like Stephen Bacon you see here and these other lovely people, their lives were taken from them. And these things do happen. Accidents do happen. But when a person leaves the scene of the accident and gives this person no chance of survival, then there's something wrong. And everybody who knows about this is guilty of something and should be made to be held accountable for their actions of not doing the most basic thing that we would ask of anybody. And I'm not asking 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds. I'm asking that the government pass a law that anybody of high school age and above is required to contact the police, 911, even if it's done anonymously, to get aid to these hit-and-run victims. And that's the reason why I'm calling for Stevens Law in honor of Stephen Bacon, who basically demonstrated to me what can happen and how no one really cares about these people. They have vans for DWI victims and all kinds of stuff, but the bottom line is you need more people involved in this process, and this means Stevens Law. And that's the reason why I'm going to write in Stephen Bacon's name for virtually every position in the state of Pennsylvania, because these people have to get the message, and you can give them the message too. And what you do is you call them up and you tell them if they don't enact a law that's going to get the passengers involved in this whole hit-and-run issue, then you're going to vote for someone who has been killed or injured or maimed by hit-and-run drivers. And we cannot tolerate hit-and-run drivers. And we can contact our representatives, we can contact the news media, we can email them, we can send free faxes with faxzero.com to all the media and tell them we want the laws changed. And we can put up signs. We can make signs saying, write in. And write in the name of the person you know who's been killed or maimed by a hit-and-run driver. And put their name in there. And we have to do something. So that's my message to you. And I truly hope that you take the challenge and contact your representatives and write in the case of Pennsylvania, someone like Stephen Bacon, who was killed and his life was cut short. But there's Stephen Bacons in all the states. About 50 in each state are killed every year. So God bless all of them. May they rest in peace, and hopefully we can do something to help them and help their memory.